Good afternoon, my people. What is going on? It is your main man, Charles Tank Harris, the founder and chief visionary officer of the financial literacy platform Wealth Our Way, where our motto is wealth is not only for the wealthy. I welcome each and every one of you to episode 163. Time for some action. It's going to be an amazing show today. But before we get started, I always have to practice the attitude of gratitude and say thank you, thank you, thank you for each and every one of you who are here with me as I stream live across the Wealth Our Way Facebook page and the Wealth Our Way Network YouTube page. I also want to give the Wild Nation salute to all the members of Wealth Our Way Nation who will end up watching this program in its pre-recorded state overnight, over the weekend, on their lunch break, anywhere they can squeeze 15 minutes of financial literacy in, and then a heartfelt how are you to the good folks on the Life 101 platform who listen to the audio recording of this very here program. So it's Tuesday. Because I don't get a chance to check in with you guys on Monday, I want to wish everyone a happy week. Pray that you had an excellent, fun-filled, enjoyable weekend, that you were safe, that you were just in your best of minds, best of spirit, enjoyed your family and your friends, and then say, it is time for some action. There has been so much going on financially. Last week, thanks to the information that I received from Sister Lindsay, I was able to bless you guys with how to start your own accounts with either Fidelity or Schwab and get paid to do so using the new Stock Slices program that both companies have, allowing you to invest in a portion of a company, fractional share ownership, which will allow you to build a diversified portfolio with a little amount of money. But now, after talking to some people Friday and Saturday, I've decided to do something that I've been dragging my feet on, purposely dragging my feet on, a little reluctant to share it with the general audience and Wild Nation, but it is definitely time to give other opportunities to my nation of how we can build wealth together. So we will be launching for free. Let me say that again, for free. No cost whatsoever. We will be launching both a stock investment club and a real estate investment club. So let me tell you what I mean when I say free. I actually oversee real estate endeavors and stock endeavors for my clientele. It is what I am licensed to do. It is what I went to school for. It is what I spent the last 25 years of my career building knowledge in. Now, I am going to oversee an investment club in both stocks and bonds and ETFs, exchange traded funds, as well as real estate. We are going to have monthly Zoom meetings. You are going to have the opportunity to put real money to work. So in the past, I've been reluctant to do it because it's a lot of work and people always have a lot of questions and people have a lot of complaints. If someone is to invest some of their own money into a stock or an ETF or a piece of real estate and it not do what they think it's going to do, it could jeopardize the rest of the group. But I've been working with some friends in my field and some friends in the real estate field because although I invest in real estate and I have some rental properties, I am not a realtor. You've seen me have guests on the show who have talked about real estate, talked about mortgages, financing. We are now, as a collective, putting together these two groups to allow people to start investing in real estate and in stocks, bonds, and mutual funds and ETFs under my watchful eye. So we will not be charging to do this. However, when we set the groups up, I will be organizing the groups with a management board. The management board will come from this audience. It'll come from people who are part of Wild Nation who want to get involved with this, people who either A, have experience with real estate or stock, bond, ETF investing, or have time to be brought up to speed. So when I do the Zoom for the general group, there will also be a secondary Zoom for the management group because the management group will basically be responsible for the day-to-day handling of any types of complaints, any types of questions, any type of new information that needs to be disseminated to the broader group. So I kind of got this idea from my church. My church has small workshop groups, so pastor can't talk to everybody every day. So you have some people who are in leadership positions who run small 5 to 7 person groups. And whenever the group provides a question that's too big for the person who oversees the group, that person goes back to pastor, asks the questions, is able to deliver the information back to the group. So this way, you're not just waiting for Sunday church or Wednesday Bible study. You're getting a constant refreshing on anything that you want to know or any support that you need. But my pastor doesn't have to be somewhere 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I believe that I can deliver this same type of information in the realm of investing, both in real estate and in paper assets. We're not going to add cryptocurrency right now, and it has nothing to do with the fact that cryptocurrency has been, under a lot of volatility, because everything's been under a lot of volatility. It's just that the people who I would want to help me do the cryptocurrency class, they're not available right now, but I have spoken to them, and I'm thinking that at the top of 2023, we will also have a cryptocurrency group as well. But for now, we're going to have a group that's going to do stock, bonds, ETFs, mutual funds. That'll be one investment club. And then we're going to have a real estate investment club. And I'm super excited. I truly am. I am actually meeting after this 15 minutes of finance. I'm meeting with the real estate consultant that I utilize for my own personal real estate portfolio, as well as the paying members of Wealth Our Way, what they do with real estate, because we're building out a portfolio that will allow my clients and their relatives who, they put substantial amounts of money away to buy properties. The real estate group that we build through this program is probably going to start a lot smaller. Even people who may have the financial wherewithal to do more money, I'm going to cap it, because at the end of the day, I will have all types of disclaimers and things of that nature about my liability and my involvement. But at the end of the day, it's my reputation that's on the line. If I dedicate my time to give information to people on how to research a property, how to put money together, how to form an LLC or a trust or whatever entity that they want to form to purchase their ownership, and they do it, I have then put myself on the hook to be, there to see this process through. So I do not want to overextend myself. As a result, this process will move slow. But I just, at this point in bringing 15 minutes of finance and the Financial Power Hour to you guys for well over a year and a half now for 15 minutes, I just want to put something together that will actually start to move the needle more on your building of personal wealth. We've done the Roth IRA contest. Everybody at this point in the sound of my voice who's been coming here for at least 6 months should have a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA and should have some investments going. But I haven't, as Charles Tank Harris, been overseeing what you're doing in your personal Roth IRA or your personal traditional IRA. This will be me going over things in stocks and bonds like price to earnings ratio, market capitalization, explaining the difference between the cost of a stock and the price of a stock, the value of it, talking about the difference between growth and value, small cap and mid cap, emerging market, international, really taking a deeper dive into what these areas mean and being able to do question and answer sessions via email and small group to give you guys a little bit more of just a taste of what it feels like to work with Wealth Our Way on a higher level, but also to be able to do it to start to bring your children along, your spouses along, your friends along, just to be able to have this experience of getting this knowledge. Because at the end of the day, what I started Wealth Our Way for was to bring investment knowledge to underserved. And underserved doesn't always mean lower income. It doesn't always mean inner city. Underserved means people who otherwise would not be welcome at Merrill Lynch, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Smith Barney, the companies that require you to have six-figure investment portfolios, people who want to sell you a product and are more concerned with the commission or the fees that they're going to make than they are with how it fits into your life. So be on the lookout for this. This right now, we are in the middle of July. So as you know, I always talk in terms of quarters. Financially, we talk in terms of quarter, first quarter, second quarter. So July starts the third quarter of the year, July, August, September. We are most likely going to roll these programs out in the fourth quarter of the year. So look for this to be really ramping up in September and launching in October. Still a lot of work to do. I still have to put some key people in place to make sure that my capacity on my side is able to handle it. But look forward and start saving your shillings. Look forward to being able to invest alongside your fellow Wild Nation members, building a group of assets, either in the real estate space, the paper asset space, or both. And we're going to start to identify properties. And this is going, for the property side, this is going to be national. So I am located in two areas. I'm normally in either New Jersey or I'm in Georgia. But, you know, one of the areas where I'm personally looking to invest is Ohio right now. I'm also looking at Baltimore. So we will, and this is one of the great things about as Wild Nation grows, people who, you know, Sister Lindsay's out in California. She may know some areas out there that I'm not familiar with that we can then virtually take a look at and start to examine. California normally has higher priced real estate than other areas, but there are gems everywhere. So be on the lookout. We're going to start to have some required reading. It's not going to be that everybody who just wants to get involved will be able to get involved, because there's going to be heavy lifting in this, and we're all going to have to partake in it. So I am doing something that most people would never do without charging for, and I'm doing it without charging. There's not going to be a, hey, come join this investment club. It's $19 a month for you to get all this information. The information is free, but the sweat and the hustle and the work is not. We are all going to share in the burden of growing this idea. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think we're going to learn a lot. We're going to make money, which is ultimately what we're there to do. But the education will be invaluable. And what I have learned over time is that if you do not put money into things, there is a smaller value that you get from it. So a lot of the information that I give, I have people who are, for the first time ever, going back and watching old clips, and they're calling me up and saying, oh my God, this is great. How long have you been doing this? I'm like, 2 years. And you know me, like, you know that I've been doing this for 2 years. It just didn't resonate because it's just some free thing that Tank talks about every so often. But having these investment clubs where people are literally putting their money up and watching their portfolios go up and down over time, that'll get more of an involvement from people. So really looking forward to that. By all means, please, please, please stay tuned. We're going to be shooting for Q4 of 2022 for the paper portfolio and the real estate portfolio, with an eye for Q1 2023 for the cryptocurrency portfolio. So I wanted to drop that, guys, on you guys, for time for some action. It's really time to start building wealth, time to start understanding why we're here, what our purpose is, how we're to leave legacies for our family. And then, and just to let you guys know, I'm always a man of my word, on Thursday, episode 164, we will be talking about ideas on what to give our children, our loved ones, gifts that aren't always so material. I got this from a newer member of Wild Nation, and we're going to start talking about different financial gifts, educational assets that you can give to your loved ones to help them grow wealth at an early age, instead of wasteful things like, you know, things that sneakers and toys and things that don't appreciate in value. So with that being said, I want you to have an amazing week. Remember, tomorrow there is no Financial Power Hour. It's every other Wednesday, but we will be back Thursday. And before I sign off, I'm going to tell you what I always tell you, and it's true now more than ever. Wealth is not only for the wealthy. You guys have a great day.